Hi, everyone. My name is Brittany Haynes. I'm the Sales and Marketing Coordinator for IGI Global. We are an academic reference publisher. I also have with me today Mr. Nick Newcomer. He's the Senior Director of Marketing and Sales, and he'll be available if there's any questions at the end of the presentation. Today, we're going to focus in on a little introductory information about IGI Global and how you can actually turn your ECollections acquisitions into a source of open access funding through our OA fee waiver read and publish initiative. So for those of you who aren't very familiar with IGI Global, we were founded in 1988 by an academician, Dr. Mehdi Khosropour, and we started out with our first journal, Information Resources Management Journal. We are a publisher of reference books and scholarly journals. And currently in our portfolio, we have over 175 scholarly journals, 32 of which are full gold open access journals, and 6,600 plus reference books, which have been contributed to by over 100,000 plus industry leading researchers worldwide. We also offer a full line of IGI Global e-collections, including ebook and e-journal collections. So a little bit about our content coverage. We do cover 11 academic subject areas, and that includes business management, computer science and IT, education, social sciences, and others. A little bit about what makes us different from other academic publishers. We do have an expedited publishing timeline in order to make sure research is accessible as soon as possible. It's very current to the research academic community. We also have a strict adherence to ethical practices. We are full members of the Committee on Publication Ethics, COPE. We also focus on extreme agility. We're constantly changing along with the industry and things that are happening, such as with COVID-19. And we currently collaborate with over 100,000 industry-leading scholars worldwide, and that includes from prestigious institutions such as MIT, Harvard University, University of Oxford, and many others. We also offer flexible access options, and this includes all of our publications being available in both print and electronic format, and then that line of e-collections I had mentioned, which include ebook collections and e-journal collections. So, with all of this and what makes us different, this has made us able to make some headway as far as open access publishing, and we've been getting even more interest with it since we introduced our open access fee waiver read and publish initiative back in, I believe, early 2018, right before Plan S really took off. We introduced this to help add an additional source of funding for institutions that acquire e-collections to support their faculty in publishing under open access with us. So, as I just mentioned, under this initiative, any library who invests in the IGI Global ebook collection, e-journal collections, or any of their subsets, we do offer subject and discipline-specific collections. They receive a matching fund from us to support their researchers in OA. And we collaborate with the libraries to utilize this fund to ensure their faculty members can benefit. There are a couple options on how this can be utilized. So typically we see institutions, they want to provide 100% OA APCs or BPCs for those article processing charges and book processing charges when any faculty or staff at the institution is accepted into an IGI Global publication under open access. So like I said, it would be whatever your investment would be in our e-collections. We'd provide a matching fund that could then be taken out of for individuals at your institution when they come to publish, say, an article under open access in one of our journals. We also offer the option to dedicate the matching fund that we provide to you to an OA APC fund for a faculty-led journal. So for instance, if someone from your faculty is the editor-in-chief of an IGI Global journal, we can actually use this funding to support making the journal platinum or diamond OA, which would mean that it has a full additional source of outside funding that would help researchers worldwide that submit to that journal not have to worry about the APC fees that are associated with publishing under open access. So it really provides that support there. There's also the option of book open access publishing. So this is something we're getting more into. You can actually utilize the matching OA BPC fund to support a faculty-like gold OA book publication. So we have been getting more and more interest in this lately. Faculty members working with their libraries to utilize some of that funding that they have to go towards actually opening up their entire book publication, so it's freely accessible online. Obviously, it's very beneficial for researchers' work to be published under open access. We know it increases the download and citation impact. Typically, looks like about 89% higher download rate for publications that are open access in lieu of being traditional and behind that paywall. So there's lots of benefits there as well. It is also possible to work with us to retroactively open up publications. So if there are articles from your faculty members that have previously been published, we can actually work to utilize that fund to open up those publications retroactively. And we often get a lot of great feedback from researchers when this happens as well. That same can be said for the book, full gold open access book publication, something that's already been published. We can utilize your fund, and that can equate up to the full funding of the book with this initiative. So we are pretty flexible in how we work with libraries with this initiative and how you utilize those funds. It can be library managed if you prefer to keep track of, give approval of when someone publishes with us, utilizing those waivers in your fund, or it can be more managed on our side because we understand not everyone has the resources or would like to take that time to really dive down through and approve everything that's being opened. So we either way would notify you, but you can just let us catch them as they come through. If they go through the peer review process and are accepted, we can always utilize the fund to apply. So a little bit about how it works, just to kind of visualize it a little bit more. Typically, a library would invest in our eCollections, we'd open up that matching fund, and then researchers would submit their publication under open access. They do have to go through that peer review process first. It has to be accepted or rejected. If it is accepted, we can utilize that fund and it would be taken away from that matching fund we created for the library. But if it's rejected, of course, we do not take away any funding. It won't be published. So it does have to go through that rigorous peer review process and be accepted. So these are our e-collections that we do offer that can help you take advantage of this initiative. We have our ebook collection. This is over 6,600 plus reference books with over 120,000 full text chapters. That is our full collection of reference books that we publish, so you'd have access to all of our copyright years with the full collection. We also offer our e-journal collection that contains over 140 scholarly journals. And then, as I mentioned, there's access to those 32 full gold open access journals that we had recently converted actually. We also offer subject e-collections and knowledge solutions e-collections. Our knowledge solutions e-collections are similar to the subject e-collections in the fact that they are pared down to specific subjects, but they're on the discipline level. And those are offered in computer science, social sciences, education, and business. And then the subject e-collections are offered across all of our 11 different subject areas. So to take advantage of this initiative, you can talk to us about investing in one of these e-collections. So just a couple of benefits to acquiring our e-collections. Not only would you benefit from those 100% OA, APC, BPC waivers with our Read and Publish initiative, but we also offer remote access options. We understand the importance of that, especially with COVID-19 and how things have shifted online. We also offer up to 100% credits on previously purchased IGI Global titles. We actually can dive down into what your institution has acquired of our publications, whether it be through us directly, or we can take a look at your holdings in general and see if perhaps you've been purchasing our titles, not direct, but through a preferred library platform. And then we can offer credits to any collections purchases based on that. We offer flexible purchasing options, which includes perpetual subscription and EBA offerings on any of our e-collections, as well as multi-year agreements with no price increases, which we can guarantee and include in your offering. Our e-collections and all of our electronic resources also feature no DRM, no additional charge for multi-user licensing. Anyone can use it anywhere with your institution. There's no limit on that, and we don't have any additional charges for multi-users. No embargo of content, and we also do not have any maintenance, archiving fees, or platform fees. So I was going to go ahead and open up this time if there are any questions. Nick Newcomer, the Senior Director of Marketing and Sales, is also with me if there are any questions we can address.
Brittany, I haven't seen anything come into chat or the Q&A module, but I will keep an eye on it. I know that you've had have a substantial number of authors in Wisconsin and at Wisconsin institutions represented in the collection. That was impressive to me. Is there, how, I guess my question is, how does Wisconsin stack up to other states? Do we need more? Well, you'll probably say yes. We should have more authors publishing in IGI publications, right?
Always room for more. I did notice a significant amount from there as well. And what we can always do, if there's interest in knowing more, not only can we do a holdings analysis, as I mentioned earlier, and look at exactly what credits there are for these ECollections, but we can go ahead and pull down a listing of anyone from your specific institution, your area. If you're a part of a consortium, obviously with WiLS, we can look down through the entire WiLS consortium and pull down researchers who have published with us. So we can always provide that listing to institutions as well, also on their individual campus level, even if that's something that they're interested in looking at. One other thing I would note is that with those different options I talked about, we can always come together on a call. I know oftentimes people have additional questions when they look and see, oh, we do have a journal who is editor-in-chief on our faculty that works with IGI Global. How exactly would it work to open up with Diamond or Platinum OA? We can go down through all those aspects as well, even set up a separate call, really dive down into exactly how it would work for that institution.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Brittany. And I will kind of add on my voice to say that please do reach out to me, reach out to Brittany, reach out to Nick. If you have questions or if you'd like to have a little bit more of an in-depth discussion about your institution and how it could benefit from this great program.
Definitely. We're always available for any questions and to set up conversations on the side as well, or with Jeff, whatever would work for anyone who's interested in learning a little more. And we can provide additional materials as well, such as our flyer around our open access fee waiver initiative, as well as the link to our web pages that talk about it. Okay, great. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Brittany. Thanks again for joining us. We are always excited to talk to you, and I'm really thrilled to be able to put this cool program in front of our members today.
Definitely. Thank you.